some help up in here because she busted her behind. She's doing everything she needs to do to make sure everybody is okay up in here.
All right, just tell me your first and last name.
Nakia Hamilton.
Spell it for me.
NYKIAHAMilton.
And you say you've been working here for about 3 months now.
Yeah.
Kind of tell me about that night when the video went viral. I mean, you were just working.
Yeah, because one of my employees just quit on me. And they ain't had nobody else to come in. So I had to work by myself, had to close by myself, had to do the dishes, do prep, do the floor, do front counter, drive through. Though I end up shutting down drive through and let people come in because it's too much. Trying to run and take orders and got to run back. So it was just a lot. Then last night I closed again by myself last night. I finally got help today. And she been here since 11 o'clock. She about to close with us at 11. So we just ain't got no employees. Nobody want to work no more. So.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey again to y'all with another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all had a great weekend. My day is going absolutely magnificent. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers to Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of South Carolina by way of Columbia. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of South Carolina. Everybody outside the great city of Columbia. Now, before I start the story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And now you all, I must address the elephant in the room. Some of you all are wondering right now to yourself, Trey, where in the hell have you been? Look, I've been very busy because I've been getting a lot of emails and phone calls of people asking me, Trey, have you been in North Carolina? Have those pastors in North Carolina got on your ass? Let me tell you all, those pastors in North Carolina have not done nothing to me. You know why? Because I have not been to North Carolina. And most of all, I am not scared of those pastors. Now we got that out the way. We have a heartbreaking story, you all, coming out of the great state of South Carolina by way of Columbia, where we have a 25-year-old woman who goes by the name of Nakia Hamilton, who was recently fired after going viral for working 2 12-hour shifts by herself at Burger King. And for anybody who ever worked at a fast food restaurant, because as you all know, I told you when I was 18 years old, I had a job working at Burger King. And hell, it was hell just working there with 5 people. So imagine working there all by yourself. Now you would think that a person who is working that hard will be rewarded. And also the owner of this Burger King would be very appreciative of the hard worker that he has working for him. But that wasn't the case. Now, Nakia Hamilton first went viral back on Sunday, July the 6th, where a customer walked inside this establishment and videotaped Nakia Hamilton working all by herself. And it was the customer who put that video out. It was not Nakia Hamilton. So I don't know why in the hell would Burger King, number one, allow this woman to be fired, because number one, she did not expose the secrets, what was going on inside the store. She did not record herself working by herself. It was somebody else. So let me ask you all this. Why would they retaliate against this woman? Because as the story is going to lay out, it sounds very retaliatory what they did to Nakia. Now, on one hand, you have a person who is working very hard, but at the same time, you got the owner of this restaurant who said Nakia Hamilton has been late on several occasions, which violate company policy. But on one hand, you got her working by herself for 2 days in a row, 12-hour shifts, which is also against company policy. So let me ask you all this. Why, on one hand, would the manager try to enforce a policy, but at the same time, on the other hand, he's violating his own policy? Think about that. So it sounds like to me, and maybe to some of you all, that the manager was trying to retaliate against Nakia for working by herself, even though he knew she was working by herself, all because a customer came from off the street and videotaped this woman working. What make matters even worse, family, before we dive deep into the story, the owner of this restaurant said that Nakia Hamilton resigned. But guess what?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
That was a lie. Because as you all about to hear, Nakia Hamilton did not resign. Burger King corporate said Nakia Hamilton was terminated, which means fired. Listen to this.
Franchise owner Matt O'Doherty told our sister station that Nakia chose to resign after a pending investigation. However, in an official statement, Burger King corporate told us Nakia was terminated for attendance issues.
And now, as you all heard, on one hand, we have the manager stating that Nakia Hamilton resigned, but at the same time, when the news station reached out to Burger King corporate, it said she was terminated. So what was the need to lie? What was the need to not tell the truth? If you fired her, you fired her. Let's begin.
Carolina mother went viral this summer for running a Columbia Burger King all by herself at times. Now, back in June, video of Nakia Hamilton doing every job imaginable went viral, and she was praised for her work ethic. Now she's going viral again after she was fired.
And now, family, imagine you working at a fast food restaurant and you working 2 days in a row for 12 hours all by yourself. doing every job inside this establishment, and the way that you are rewarded is by being fired weeks after a viral video shows you, depicting you working by yourself. How would you feel? But as you all will find out later on during the story, that things happen for a reason. And how else can you step into your destiny and also be blessed if you don't let certain things go? You will find out. Let's continue.
Evergreen fired me because I've been late because of my kids, bro. My kids come first. And now when y'all gonna watch my kids? Y'all don't pay for no babysitter, no nothing.
Nakia Hamilton, crying tears of frustration, posting this video on TikTok earlier this month after being fired from Burger King on Broad River Road in Columbia. Hamilton went viral on social media in June for running the restaurant solo, working 12 hours plus, doing every job to provide for her 3 children. She says the company wrongfully fired her after she was on approved time off and was scheduled to work the day she was coming back.
And now, as Nakia Hamilton stated, she stated that they are not going to watch her children, and they are not going to pay for no babysitter. And they means who, family? Burger King. And no, Burger King is not going to pay for your babysitter. Burger King is not going to watch your children, because that is your job, and also the man that you laid down and had children with. And I am very sorry today if that makes some of you all mad, because like I tell you all the time, for the last almost 9 years and a couple of weeks, that some people tune in just to be offended. But think about this though, family. If you have a woman who's a single mother of 3 who's working her ass off, why not sit up here and give her some kind of leeway? Because guess what? If we're trying to uphold policy, company policy that is, which state that no worker should work by themselves inside this restaurant, why would you turn around and make her work by herself and then try to uphold company policy on the other end, saying that the reason why she was terminated was because of attendance issue? Think about that. Let's continue.
So I told them, you know, I'm not gonna make it in time. I don't see how y'all schedule me at 12 knowing I'm leaving Charlotte at 11. And it take an hour and 30 minutes to get to work. Still got to drop kids. I still got to do everything.
And now, as Nakia stated, she stated that she had to be at work at 12 o'clock. But she stays roughly an hour and a half away. Now, you would think if there's some kind of conflict with the scheduling hours, that her and also the owner of this franchise could sit down and work that out. Because number one, on one hand, you have nobody else around the area who want to work at this establishment. So why not give her some kind of leeway, and that person is Nakia Hamilton? Why not give her some kind of leeway, and that way you can still have a good worker there. At the same time, Nakia Hamilton can still have her job. But think about this though, family. If there's a problem with your hours, the most logical thing to do is what? Work it out. Talk to the franchise owner. And if he don't want to comply, guess what? It's time to do what? Say goodbye. Let's continue.
Hamilton says they responded and told her she was terminated, so she didn't report to work the next day. But Burger King reached out and told her to report back to work the following day and to be on time. She says the franchise owner, Matt O'Doherty, went to look at her time logs for the past 2 weeks and told her she was late too often. Hamilton says O'Doherty lacked consideration and gave her a final write-up.
And now, family, this is what I don't understand. If they spoke to Nakia Hamilton the day before and told her that she was terminated, how in the hell can they expect her to come to work the next day if you told her by her own admission that she was fired? So it sounds like to me, family, and I don't know who it is, so you all let me know what you think. It sounds like to me that somebody is lying, and I'm going to let you all come to your own conclusion with that. Let's continue.
Hamilton says Burger King and O'Doherty used absence issues as a way to get rid of her.
He was like, yeah, you caused the controversy, you caused too much problems for the job, you knew not to work by yourself. They literally, 2 weeks after everything went down, they literally made a whole contract after everything went down about being in the store by herself.
She says since she's gone viral, Burger King has been threatening to fire her for speaking to the media about her solo shifts, but says they never provided help or extra crew members for her.
And now think about this, family. The franchise owner told Nakia, allegedly, that she was causing controversy, all because of what? She was working by herself. But guess what, though? She wasn't the one who videotaped herself working by herself. Because as we all know, all the videos I have done, and also all the videos that you all have seen on social media, people will complain and also record themselves at work. But Nakia Hamilton did not do that. She didn't do any of that. She worked her butt off, and guess what, though, family? And she was still fired. So it sounds like this to me in this situation. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But the main important thing that she said out this whole segment was the fact that the owner allegedly told her out her own mouth that she knew not to work by herself. But sir, Mr. Matt, Burger King man, you knew she was working by herself. So how can you turn around and use that against her if you was the one helping to make the schedule? Think about that. The nerve, the audacity of some ninjas. Let's close up.
Terminations are the decision of the franchisees who own and operate the BK restaurant. In this situation, the franchise confirmed the individual involved is no longer employed due to repeated attendance issues. Burger King says no one should work alone and they're disappointed their policy wasn't followed. Hamilton says she's planning to sue the company.
And now in closing, as the news reporter stated, she stated that Burger King is very disappointed that the company policy was not followed, was not enforced. But on one hand, you have a manager who's enforcing one policy, but at the same time, not enforcing the other policy. And the other policy is what? No team member should not be working at a restaurant by themselves. So it sounds like to me in this situation that the manager, Mr. Matt, was very mad about the woman videotaping Nakia working by herself. But once again, the main thing, family, Nakia Hamilton did not go to the media. She did not go to TikTok or social media, Facebook, complaining about the job. No, she did her damn job and still was terminated and fired. So that right there should show you all within itself that some people don't give a damn about you. And also, as long as they can get a benefit, as long as they can use you, they're going to do it. Now, Nakia Hamilton also stated to the news that she planned to sue Burger King. So let me ask you all this before we close up. Do you think Nakia Hamilton have a good lawsuit against this company? And if so, please tell me why. Because I feel like this. I would just let it go. I would not even worry about suing them. And the reason why I say I would not worry about suing them is because they're going to use one main thing. And that's what? Her attendance by her being late. So therefore, the judge may ride with Nakia. He may let the lawsuit go. But as I told you all in the beginning of the video, this was a blessing in disguise for Nakia Hamilton. Because as you all see the screenshot, Nakia Hamilton was able to raise over $100,000 through GoFundMe. And the reason why she was able to get that much money, family, is one simple reason, is this right here. Because I know some of y'all looking around right now, scratching your head saying, Trey, how and why? The reason why Nakia Hamilton was able to raise this amount of money was the fact that people seen that she was working hard. And she's a single mother of 3. But more than anything, she was a hard worker, which means she was trying. So I ought to go to show you all today that as long as you try, guess what? You will make it. You will get by. Even if you do lose that job, guess what? You have people out here with kind and caring hearts who will make sure that you're able to live and survive another day. So that's why it pays to work hard, because you never know who's watching you, and you always want to make sure that you put your best foot forward. At least try. And guess what? People will see that and people will help you, because no one is going to help a person who don't want to work. Nobody's going to help somebody just because you have children. People have their own children and their own bills. So once again, this was a blessing in disguise. And Nakia Hamilton, you was able to raise a lot of money. So my advice to you is put some of that money in the bank, buy what you need, and girl, take care of your children. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comments section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Also share the video with your family and friends. And you all stay blessed, and I will see y'all soon on the next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.